Hello everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, doing Tea with Nan on a Monday. Lovely to see you here. I hope you're all well. Hope you've had a lovely time since last week. I've got my I Love teacup today. It's nice. Nice and cozy. It's a bit cold out there today. So how are you all? Is anyone going to be saying hi so I can send a lovely hug to you this morning? I hope everyone's well. It seems to be very busy out there. People are getting busier and busier this week, I think, enjoying their gardens and getting about. So whoever's watching, hello, it's nice to see you. Yeah, today's talk is going to be quite nice. It's going to be something I share with my clients, actually. I do this quite a lot. All the things I talk about, I share with my clients, and I obviously do myself. So it is all about weight change. It's all about our weight. And basically, how I'm going to start this off is to explain that when I was about 18, I used to be quite a big girl. And there's nothing wrong with carrying extra weight, but for me personally, that didn't suit me. I couldn't move around. I couldn't be agile. I just didn't feel very confident. So I decided, go on a diet. Let's go on a diet. I thought, I tried all the diets, and for me, that didn't really work, because as soon as I'd finished, lost the weight, I'd go back again to the weight I was originally. So it certainly didn't work for me. I lost respect for myself because I kept thinking, well, I should be able to lose weight. I should be able to keep it off. But of course, it wasn't easy. Hi, Faye. Lovely to see you, my darling. Oh, give yourself a big hug from me. Oh, I'm just talking about weight, darling, how we can easily feel bad because we put weight on, or we're not, we need to put weight on. Quite a few of my clients are anorexic as well, and they need to put weight on. So this is going to be an interesting one today, because as I said, when I was younger, I had a problem. I was always, you can't be tall and rather large, because it just didn't suit me. Hi, Kerry. Nice to see you. So, yeah, what did I do about it? Well, I went on all these diets, and they didn't work at all, because I go back to the original weight I was before. Hi, Grace. Give yourself a hug from me. Happy Monday to you. I hope you've got your cuppa. And you've got hearts as well. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, darlings. So, yeah, what did I do about it? Well, it didn't work. And for many years, I was always overweight. And although I say people should love their bodies anyway, I mean, despite what size you are or whatever, you should have a relationship with yourself that's okay, unconditional love. But I decided, oh, thank you, Grace. Happy Monday to you. So I decided I was going to think myself thin. Now, I thought, well, that could work, because our brain is really, really clever. It's really powerful. So how was I going to do that? So I decided to tell myself, because I know that your subconscious is such a large amount of ourselves, and we can use that. And I'm always talking about that. So even at that age, I started to use the power of the mind. So I thought, I'm going to say my body is a certain weight, not that it will be. And I'll explain this a bit further on in the talk. But basically, I told myself I was a weight that I wasn't. Hi, Julie. Nice to see you. Happy Monday to you. So, yeah, because just diets didn't work. So I thought, I'm just going to make sure I do this easy exercise, I thought, because then I haven't got to buy anything or do anything or go anywhere, and I wasn't doing much exercise either. I wasn't really a person that goes for long walks or has regular exercise. So I was, not feeling very happy with myself. And so I thought, right, my body is now this weight, and I chose it. I mean, it was many, many years ago, but I decided that was what my plan. I was going to tell myself I am this. So what I did is every time I had food, because I'd always overindulge. It used to be a comfort thing. And I'd always overindulge in everything. Would have one biscuit, I'd have the whole packet, or the whole packet of sweets or whatever. So I was always doing that. We have many reasons why we do that, by the way. And we mustn't overanalyze or judge ourselves or feel disappointed if we have to go back to a certain behavior. It's usually a comfort thing for many people. So, oh, I like that when everyone's talking on here to each other. It's great. So, yeah, thank you for the hearts, guys. So we mustn't really overthink it. Just think to yourself, okay, I'm this weight. I'm not happy. If you're happy with it, that's brilliant. But if you want to change it, that's why I've called this weight change, because if you want to change your weight and you want to either put weight on or you want to lose weight, have a look to see what you should be, your body index measurement. Find out, because you want to make sure that you don't go too far under or too far over. You know, you make sure you're happy with it. And that's my disclaimer, really, because I'm not asking everyone to go on a diet. I'm asking everyone to look at themselves and say, yes, I love my body, but if you do want to be more in control of what that feels like, you know, how much weight we carry, then let's do something about it. And of course, doing what I did, it's lasted, I'm much, much older, 40 years or so. I have been doing this exercise when Christmas time is a good one because you always overeat, don't we? So, or any other time that we celebrate with food. But I controlled it because all I said is, I can eat this because my body is happy at. And I chose the number. What does Helen say? Oh, that's cool. It's so easy, isn't it, to put weight on when you're comforting your inner child. And we mustn't be cross at our inner child for wanting extra, you know, comfort in any form, because it isn't, we're not supposed to judge ourselves. So if we do put weight on, then we must forgive ourselves. And we must say, well, okay, I love this body anyway. We've got to be a team with it, actually. If we're not a team with our body, it doesn't work. We can't change it. And I say, quite big, quite heavy. And so I said, I can eat this, whatever this was, whatever food it was. And I did this on every single thing I had. So whether it is main meals or snacks or anything, I can eat this because my body is happy at. So it is, not will be. Because then my brain thinks, okay, it's that weight. So it then adjusts it. Well, certainly in my case it did. So I can eat this because my body is happy at. So I said that to my brain. And do you know what happens? It's amazing. Oh, thank you, Susan. That's lovely. What a nice thing to say. That's really good. So I thought, yeah, if I say this to myself, what can happen? If it doesn't happen, that's fine. But at least I'm a team with myself and I'm giving myself instruction. You see, it is a absolute intention. And I'm saying to my body, I can eat this because I'm happy at. So I said 11.5 stone. And it worked. I went down a couple of stone and that was it. I stayed at 11.5 stone for 40 years. And every time I got on the scales, I was always 11.5 stone. It's like your brain, my brain, your brain can release the hormones. Once you tell your brain this, I'm not saying it works for everybody, by the way, but it can work for you. If you're mindful and you let go of how, maybe, just give this a go. So my brain releases the chemicals to say full up. The full up signal I got was enough that I could only half finish that meal. I wouldn't finish it all. So I would then have, I put it in the fridge or put it somewhere, I'll have it later. So the main thing is you say, I have it later. Suggests that you're not actually in lack. Because when we feel that we're in lack or we feel we mustn't waste food, oh, thank you, that's lovely. More nice comments on a Monday. So if we feel we mustn't waste food and we must eat it all up, or, you know, I always have this amount, this is always what I have, then we're going to limit ourselves. We're going to sort of it's only half intentional, really. So have what you want and put the rest away. When you get that signal that your brain tells you, I'm full up, you'll put it away and you'll say, I'll have it later. And that suggests, hi Jane, it suggests that there's no lack, you can have it later on. And over a period of time, very short time actually, I went right down to the weight I wanted. And without any pressure, without thinking about what I was eating, I could eat anything, absolutely anything. And so when I suggest this to my clients, that they can eat what they want or what they'd like to have, but it's going to be less of it because your brain will give you signals to say, full up, I'll have it later, you say. And it certainly worked, as I say, for me. So I never worried about having to go on a diet again. Never thought about it. I focused instead upon what I thought, you know, my body would take in. I am this weight. And even if obviously don't go on the scales right, if you're going to measure, be gentle with yourself here, because you don't want to say, oh, look at that, I'm never going to lose that weight. If you're going to do that and you measure yourself and you decide what you think is healthy for you, that's a really good word for you. What is healthy for you? So you can run up and down the stairs and be more active. Oh, someone's saying something, Julie? Oh, yeah, I know, exactly. Julie's talking about, when we were kids, maybe you all had this. Hi, Mand. That I was always told by my mum, you must finish that meal. There are loads of children in the world that are starving. And I used to think, oh, that's terrible. I've got to appreciate food. So, of course, that was the premise of me actually putting weight on, to be honest, because I thought every time I made food, I had to eat all of it. and that isn't necessary. So especially if you say to yourself, I'll have it later, because you're not really wasting it, are you? You're just saying, I'll have it later. And it's taken the pressure off you as well. So thinking myself thin really worked. And I didn't have to think about it ever again. I never thought, I can't eat this chocolate bar, I can't eat this, because I could trust my body. I had a relationship with my body that would say, this is going to work because my body is happy at. And you can adjust that figure, by the way. I mean, I've taught many people how to do this. And another thing that my brain, I've got a little notebook here thing to remind me, my brain adjusted my metabolism as well. So it sped up. So everything I was eating was burned off really quickly. I mean, when I was younger, I could eat great big meals and burn it off and be hungry again a few hours later. And, you know, you think about that. Now, your metabolism, as you get older, may be a bit slower. Well, when you do this exercise, it actually really helps you because your brain will help to speed that up a little bit, because it's going to produce, it weighs everything for you. It's amazing how it works, but you don't actually have to think about it if you set the intention. Your brain is so clever. So it will simply adjust your body's intake of food until you get to that figure. It's a really clever way of doing it because, and it works for me, as I say, it works for many of my clients that use it. The only thing is you don't just do it with the main meals, you do it with anything at all that you have. So every single thing you have, you say in your mind, I can eat this because my body is happy at. So you've only got to fix the figure, the amount you want to be. And if you can do it gradually as well, you can do it, some of my clients do it just a stone lighter for a while, and then when they lose that, they lose another stone until they're happy or whatever. As I say, make sure it's safe, make sure you've got the right weight you want to be. Obviously my disclaimer is it doesn't work for everybody, but give it a go. So one of my clients, she was a rather large lady, and she wanted to lose weight for her health, because I mean, obviously that can be an issue. And so she, and her confidence, of course. And so she did what I said, and she used to go and walk her dogs every morning and have a huge, great breakfast. She'd have it when she was out. And anyway, she did this for many years. And on this occasion, this time, she said, okay, I'm going to do this exercise. And every single time she had a breakfast, she said this to herself as she was eating it. Halfway through, she couldn't finish it. And she said, okay, I'll have a doggy bag and take it home with me. Have it later. Anyway, a very short time, she started losing weight very quickly. And she was amazed. It was the easiest thing she'd ever done. Nothing really had changed. She hadn't changed her diet. She just changed her intention. So that worked really well for her. In fact, she lost it so quickly that she said, I'm not sure if I actually want to be this way. I actually want to be bigger. I said, okay, you carry on. You just stay larger then. She was happier with that. Lost about a stone of weight, I think, but she was fine. But she lost it really quickly, and it sort of frightened her because she lost it so quickly. I said, oh, it's only water probably, and you'll be fine again if you stabilise. If you just think to yourself, okay, I'll stick at that number, I'll intend that weight, and then you can adjust it. I mean, you're in charge of it if you just set it. But don't set it too far apart. Make sure that you're comfortable with that weight change, because you might be happy at just losing a little bit of weight or putting some on. As I say, there was a lovely lady I've got who's an anorexic, who's suffering anorexia, and she used this exercise to bring her weight up. And for her, that worked beautifully, because she obviously would eat slightly more and her brain worked that way. It was lovely. It worked for her. So, thank you for the hearts, guys. So what have I got on here? Oh yeah, what chakras it affects. Okay, so when we need to lose weight, this yellow here needs to be open. This is obviously the stomach area, but it's also a feeling of being in control and discipline and all that. Thank you for the hearts. I'm feeling very loved today. Hi John, nice to see you. So when we want to lose weight, this yellow here, this area here, the solar plexus, has to be working well. So the chakra has to be about this far from the body. So when we're not feeling in control, that's when that goes down a bit. So it's really good if we can set an intention, see a result. That's going to have a knock-on effect. We're going to start believing in ourselves again. We're going to start liking our body image. A lot of us don't like our body image because we criticize it, or we think we're not, we're too fat, too thin, this and this and this. So we've got to really be confident this is going to breed confidence once it's open. It's going to make you feel that you're okay just as you are. It's going to help you, as I say, be a team and accept yourself. So you're feeling control of it, and that's a good feeling. It's a nice feeling to have. So this one is stimulated when you start to be more intentional about your diet. A lot of people, as I say, if we have sugar levels low because this one's shut, that's what happens, then it's a constant battle. But if we start to see a result, then we feel more in control. So give this a go every single time you eat something. It also affects this area here. I've got some talks that back this up, but your inner child will feel better. You can give yourself treats, but as long as you only have, that intention, you'll have less of that amount. And of course, you're going to adjust your weight, aren't you? You'll be in control of it. So I've got a few talks that go with this. The Dear Body one is a really good one for this. So if you go onto my website, www.nancyfinch.co.uk, and click onto the Chakra Man, if you can find him. If you can't, just let me know. But you click on the Chakra Man, and obviously if you click on that, you'll get the talks that I've done, Nan talks that are relative to that area. So the first one we've got is Dear Body, which is in the red. So if you go to that one there, this supports what I'm talking about now. So how you could use that is you could say the thing, my body and I are best friends and we work well together. I want you to take me to this weight. So this might suit you better if you're not happy with every time you're eating something, you're going to program your mind. But so that talk would actually do you the world of good as well, because it is all about being a team again with your body and telling it what you want and thanking it, expecting it to work. So as I say, the mind is a very powerful thing. The next one I've got is the mirror work. That's in the light blue area here. So if you click onto that, that is all about you looking in the mirror, and you could say the same thing. My body is happy at, or you could say, I am this weight. And of course, a lot of people, when they look in the mirror, they don't like, they criticize themselves. So if you look in the mirror and imagine yourself to be the weight you want to be, and maybe even take one step forward into the mirror, just closer, to bring an action to it, that can help you too. So have a listen to that. That's mirror work. And then I've got Think As You Drink. That's also in the blue area. So if you go to that one, that's all about thinking as you drink. So you have a drink. It might be a cup of tea or water or something. And as you're drinking it, you're thinking, my body is this weight. You can do it with lots of things, but this is the weight we're talking about today is the issue. So my body is this weight. Okay? And so then you've got the last one is the magic pill. And that's on the indigo section. That's dark blue right up here in the third eye. So if you go to that, that is the magic pill. It's about perhaps if you were to take your vitamin or whatever else, it might be, I don't care, if it's a sweet Tic Tac, I don't care. You're taking something, another action that says, I mean, most people do this with vitamins anyway, but they take their vitamin and they say, this is also for energy or whatever else you want. Okay, I explain it more in the talk, but you could take something and say, right, this is going to be the pill that takes me to that weight. And that would be lovely. If you want to, have a go. See how you feel there. So, and what I like about this exercise of telling your body is it's so, when you first start off doing this, you haven't got to do it forever. You can just do it until you get to that weight. And then you've already programmed it. You've already programmed your mind has taken that instruction, and the synapses have formed a new pathway of believing and accepting yourself to be that weight. And then it's just a constant upward spiral, really. It's so cool. I will look this up. Thank you, says Mand. Oh, that's lovely. It really is very powerful and very easy. And I thought, there's been books been written about it since I've been doing it. I think Paul McKenna did Think Yourself Thin. I believe that's a good book. I've not read it, but I do believe, that's the same principle. So whichever way you want to go about it, there are other people out there showing you how you can lose weight with just intention, with your mind, with that thought. So as I say, the way I use it, I've been doing it since I was 18, is really good. It worked for me. Thank you, Kathy. It's nice that you're here. So we'll just recap this. Maybe write it down. Because basically, if you write it down, I write it down just to show people, and then they can keep that in their mind. Because if you get the wording right, it's a better focus for you, really, isn't it? So, right, write this down then. I can eat this because my body is happy at, and then you fill the gap. And don't forget to put I'll have it later underneath, because that is going to set the intention. And then you've got a feeling of, oh, well, there's no lack. I can have it later. And quite often when you have it later, you've already burned up more calories. I'm not really interested in body image for anyone else. I think it's really important for our own confidence. So we can move better, we can feel freer, we can dance, we can run up and down the stairs, you can do what you like. For me, that made a big difference when I lost my weight. And it's very important that we're happy with ourselves. So whichever weight you are, if you want to stay wherever you are, some people I know that are larger or smaller really want to stay their own weight and they don't want to change because they're happy with that. And there's nothing wrong with that. So as long as you are happy with yourself, because this is the most important message really, is to be a team with you, to be really happy with yourself, to love yourself. Regardless of what weight you are, it's really good just to first off start off being a team with you. Okay? And then if you wish to adjust it, you can. Oh, thank you, Julie. That's so sweet of you. She says, I look amazing. I like my blue earrings today. My inner child wanted dangly blue earrings. That's what she wanted. That's what she gets. So another thing, talking about the inner child, I give myself anything I want. If my inner child wants a whole packet of sweets, even now, I let her have it. But while I'm having it, while I'm saying to myself, you can have this treat or you can have this, I always say in my mind, I can have this because my body's happy at 11.5. And I've recently got on the scales. I don't go on all the time, but I was exactly that. So I think now I might even go down to 11 just to play with this a little bit more. Give me more energy running around the garden. Make sure, as I say, you're happy. Okay, make sure you're happy with your weight that you want to be. Make sure it's going to be safe weight. Because some people, there was a person I knew that used to think that she was fat and she was really not. And you've got to be so careful. Make sure that you are at the right weight. You know, you're aiming for the weight that's healthy for you. Okay. And then you can adjust it and do it maybe slowly, as I said. So I'm glad that, Mandy, you agree. I think it's really good. It's a fun thing to do. No one's going to know you're doing it. And it doesn't deny you any food. It doesn't deny you the things that your inner child needs or likes or needs comfort from, I should say. But basically, enjoy your food without thinking I've got to measure it. I've got to go without. Some people I know don't eat breakfast because of it. They will skip a meal thinking they're going to lose weight. But as many of you know, your body, your mind might think, oh, there's going to be a lack. We better slow it down. We better reserve our energy levels. So this is a way of not denying yourself and not telling yourself there's anything different going on. So your brain is relaxed about it, relaxed about food. So you're not putting any pressure or focus on the thing you don't want. So many people say, I don't want to put weight on, or I don't want to be this big or this small or whatever. And that feeling of don't want is focused on the wrong thing. I'm always going on about when you focus on something, it's got to be a positive thing, not what I don't want. I always go on about the blue pig and the pink pig as one of my little analogies. If I said to you, do not think of a blue pig, you're now thinking of the blue pig because I told you, blue pig. Even if I said, do not think of it, you're still thinking of it. So you're thinking about something you don't want. But if I said, think of the pink pig, you're now thinking of this. And that's what I want you to think about. So when you're doing it to yourself, if you don't want something, you're still focused on it and your brain will hear that. So if you don't want to put weight on or don't want, that weight gain or whatever, or lose weight or put weight on or whatever it is, then you say, I don't want to do that. Your brain is hearing weight and it's going to put it on. I actually did an experiment with this just to see if it worked. And I said, right, to my brain, I don't want to put weight on. This was about a year ago, so just to see what would happen. I don't want to put weight on, don't want to put weight on. And of course, I piled it on. Now, I did that as an experiment. And then I thought, right, I'm going back again now to the original weight. I know that if you focus on what you want, not what you don't want, you've got a stronger chance of getting it. So I then went back to my body is happy at 11.5 stone. And sure enough, it did. Went straight back and stayed there. So it was worth doing the experiment for me to show you that if I was to focus on what I didn't want, it wasn't going to work. It was going to put weight on. It's pressure, you see. It's pressure in your mind. And your body responds to that. So if you can be more relaxed and say, right, that's better. I can eat anything I like as long as I say this. Now, I'm not encouraging you to overindulge, but I'm saying eat what you normally have. But just say that and see what happens. And if you want to come back to me to ask me any questions or to tell me your success story, which would be good, you can always email me on nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk or message me on here. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to put it on in a minute. Like, subscribe and share, because if you share it with somebody, maybe it might be the thing that they really need. Might be friends or family that it might be the thing that gives them control, that makes them feel like they like themselves again. You know, it's for ourselves, not for other people to appreciate us. It's about loving yourself and be a team with yourself, liking the body, loving the body. It's carrying your soul. So if you want just a few pound off or on, be relaxed about it. Set the instruction, the intention, and really enjoy that. And I hope you like the talks that go with it. Like I said, it might be good. So yeah, experiment. Perhaps try this week. Everything you eat. If you're happy with your weight, that's brilliant. But there'll be times sometimes when we do put it on. Try it then. It works at Christmas, as I say. I didn't put any weight on at all. Even celebration meals, never. I can eat whatever I want because my body's happy at. So have some fun with that. Let me know how you get on. Don't forget to say when you say, I can eat this because my body is, not will be. You can't say will be because that's the future. So my body is happy at, sets the instruction in your mind now. And then I'll have it later. There you are. You see, you're a team with your body already. So I hope all of you are happy and you're going to perhaps benefit from this. It is a fun thing to do. As I say, my disclaimer is just make sure it's a safe weight that you're aiming for. And I'm not saying your body isn't great as it is, because you're all beautiful. You've got to see your own beauty to start this off, okay? Great. And I shall see you next Monday, because the time has really gone quickly today. Have fun with this week. And if you want to play with this particular exercise, let me know how you get on. And I have seen so many people benefit from it. And I just want everyone to have that choice. So, thank you, Mand. I plan a lovely day, actually. I hope you all have a really nice day as well. Thank you, Derek, for watching as well. If you've missed this, you can go back and listen again. Yeah, so remember, my body is happy at. And then you can just say, I'll have it later. And it's just a fun thing to do with your physical form. Make sure you're happy with it. And as I say, unconditional love anyway, because that's where you start. And it's a namaste moment. I shall see you all next week. And give yourself a big hug from me. You're all beautiful as you are. Take care, everybody. I will see you next week. Lots of love to everyone. Okay. Bye. Bye.